It has been a cold and blustery day in our nation's capital, but we are ready for football at Northwest Stadium just outside Washington, D.C. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gordon on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Now Prescott faking it on the in around and looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 18. And the Cowboys first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Williams. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the gun, Mariota. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Krosky Merritt is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times in All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Prescott down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Gets around him. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as we get this up to about the 42.
13 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Up the middle, it's Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Prescott. Screen play set up for Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
To throw Mariota. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run, and then executed.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mariota, option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
And the Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Cowboy first down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and weighing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Prescott to throw it. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 20. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Mariota. Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lane. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando. Scott, thank you. The snow is continuing to trickle down here as we ready ourselves for the 2nd half to follow. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
The mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You check about thoughts and memories. That's adding 9 overseas.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Commanders first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's going to keep this again. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize
it's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
Washington Commanders first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
we always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. Here's Samuel. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Krosky-Merritt going to try and push his way in. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. He'll try to do, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
An extra point try now for Moody. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now Prescott. Pickens on the slant. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 46 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the two-point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shifts by him. The Washington offense set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action now. Mariota. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up third.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Mariota. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle, he's got Lane. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, we saw him score on the ground earlier in the ball game. This time, the defense says not so fast.
Yeah, that's good scouting and good awareness, isn't it? Because you always have to be wary of him keeping it himself, especially in this part of the field.
because if he doesn't like what he sees, you know he'll take off and try.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 6. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. To throw, Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
1st down, Cowboys.
Here's 1st down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Dak. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
15 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 15. And a Cowboy first down.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. A first down carry for Davis. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Second and 6 coming up. They go again with Davis. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here's Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
One last shot now for Prescott. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. No time on the clock. This to claim victory. And his kick is good. And cool as you like it, he pushes it through. And this game is over. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking. But he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2000,